So I have a new friend for the podcast. His name is
Special guest.
Gio.
Hey yo!
New dog. New dog alert. Now, Ty, we've been down to Vancouver before, so you know the struggles of getting and going to Vancouver.
Yeah, takes a while.
So Thursday morning, we leave at like 8 o'clock, and my mom's like, I was like, like 2 days beforehand, I was like, should we book a reservation? And she's like, no, it's Thursday. It's not going to be busy. We show up, full ferry. So I'm like, great. We had to wait to the 11:25 one to get on. So we were just sitting there playing cards. The thing is, I had to get this guy from Seller, obviously, who agreed to like meet us into the city. So I had to text her and be like, yo, you can't come because if you show up, we're not going to be there. We agreed to meet at 11:30. Our ferry wasn't leaving till 11:25. So she was going to be waiting like 2-3 hours, or no, just like 2 hours. But still, we did get on the 11:25 one. We drove all the way down to her place, and on the way there, we noticed this, for 10 minutes, this giant traffic pile up because there was this crime scene that happened on the road. Someone like stood up on a bridge and like threw a rock down at a car. I don't know why traffic was like backed up for like 10 minutes. I have no idea. And my mom was just like, I'm crying for them. Like, we were like, thank God we're not going back that way. We saw that and we went, let's try to see if we can get reservations for a ferry, because we're not dealing with this shit. Yeah. We check, reservations fully booked up. We're like, shit, we're not making it home till midnight tonight. We're driving. We eventually go to pick him up. My card isn't working, so I can't pay for the damn dog. Thankfully, she was really nice, and she said, okay, just pay me when you can. I already sent her like a deposit of $500, so I think she knew that we were chill with that. And he's fully paid now anyways. So it's all been resolved. Hello there. He's a very sweet boy. He's still learning. He's still a little fidgety, but he's very adorable. So to round everything out, though, I checked reservations again because we are not getting stuck in traffic. And I checked again. We got really lucky. We got a reservation. We show up at the ferry terminal, the same one that we went to, Ty. It was completely booked up. So had I not have booked that reservation, we would have been waiting till like 8 o'clock to sail out. Yeah. Basically getting home around the same time that we ended up getting home last time. So we were very thankful that we managed to book that reservation. So word of warning, if you live on the island or anything like that, book a fucking reservation. Yeah. You will need that shit.
Well, welcome to the All Things Geek podcast, everybody. I am Tyler, also known as Bionic Asai, joined by...
I'm Braden, also known as Renzolian.
And the lovely...
Aiden, also Kierman Okoto.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
He is back. He's here.
I am here. I'm glad to be here.
We were going to have Lay, but he chose Doctor Who over us. So we know where
everyone
his
go boycott Rangus's channel right now.
Yeah. Tell him Doctor Who asked.
There you go.
Not me.
It's gonna admit what the bloody hell.
We have a jam-packed week to cover.
Jammed
from the very beginning. It's been non-stop busy, so we're gonna go through some very brief things first, and then we'll get into the juicier stuff. So to start with, Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 262 came out. This chapter was after a 1-week break, and it was very short because apparently the author is feeling under the weather, so the next 2 weeks are going to be off as well. So we won't get the next chapter until I think June 27th, which sucks, but that's okay. Don't want him to die like, the mangakas of some other series like Hunter x Hunter and other things that are just working themselves to actual death. Yeah. Nobody's preparing for his death imminently.
Yeah, you could have said Kento Miura of Berserk, but
yeah, him or Dragon Ball's creator.
It is horrible industry, horrible.
Yeah.
Talk about deadline, man. That's gonna be stressful.
It's brutal as hell. What happened in this chapter, buddy?
Not a lot. Last time, Yuta in Gojo's body with the stupid fucking stitches that I hate looking at because he's a stupid asshole, did his domain expansion and he's having a domain battle with Sukuna, and so like they're like, oh, Yuta learned from Gojo and he made his domain the size of a basketball, and Sukuna learned from Gojo and he made his domain smaller, so it'll be stronger against the basketball domain. And so now they got 3 minutes to see who kills who first in this battle, and Yuta's probably gonna lose because he's not the main character, and that's what happens with all the non-main characters, they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much that's all there is. Also, we learned that at some point Gojo and Yuta swapped souls, and also that Rika is holding Yuta's lifeless body, like crying over it. So like it's interesting. Like, does she know that he swapped bodies? Does she not? They kind of seem like they were hinting at something happening with the body. So could maybe since they swapped souls, I don't know. Maybe Gojo's gonna come back in that body. I don't know. Probably not, because Gege hates us. Anyway, that's it for that. Update on the Spin Master PlayStation line, because we can't seem to stop fucking talking about this action figure line. Prices came out. Aloy is going to be $50. I mean, she comes with a ton of accessories, but $50 is a little expensive. And then the other guy from Horizon is going to be $30, and he doesn't come with anything. He comes with alternate hands and a weapon, and that's it. So, we were saying Spin Master might have like a Jada Toy situation where they make a big splash in the action figure community. I think they might have just killed themselves. Like, just shot themselves before they even got started with these prices, because these are rough. People are not happy.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
probably will. I mean, yeah, it's rough.
Great, they do.
They do, absolutely.
I guess the one that's on the more expensive side, given that you have so many accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder how it's good. Like, how's the figure gonna feel? Is it gonna feel like it's gonna be cheap? Is it gonna feel like it's gonna be of decent quality? And that's you don't.
And she is small too. Vouch? She's shorter than a Marvel Legends female.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
So she's like Black Series female height.
Kai, can you vouch, because you have Spin Master figures? How do they generally feel?
Well, the only Spin Master line I've ever had before is the League of Legends line, and those are very inconsistent. Yeah. And like they're a fine line, but the articulation choices are very inconsistent. These figures look way more articulated than the League of Legends line. They're pretty much proper, up to snuff 1/12 scale articulation. So maybe that's why Spin Master's like, well, if we were charging $20 for the League of Legends figures, maybe we can go a little higher with the extra articulation.
There might be some PlayStation tax there too. I'm not sure. Because why would that one guy be? Well, I guess less accessories. I don't know. I think
it's probably just a poor decision on Spin Master's part.
Probably, absolutely.
Because I don't think the NECA Last of Us pack was any more overcharged than a regular 2-pack of theirs.
Usually, I mean, their 2-pack was. Oh, maybe I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking of Canadian prices. No, I don't even know. You're right.
So we'll see how that goes. I think the big deciding factor for a lot of people is probably going to be Kratos when they get to him. For this line. So,
Joel and Ellie, maybe.
Mostly Kratos, I think, because Joel and Ellie at least have alternatives.
Yeah, Kratos is like an action-y, like crazy, character. So I get that for sure.
So and with all his if they do Ragnarok Kratos, he's gonna come with a shit ton of weapons. Maybe he'll have Mimir on his hip, different faces, different hands.
See $50 for him too, but if they charge over, that's going to be too much.
Yeah, I don't know. 50, good price if they include everything that you could possibly want with him, for sure.
Yeah.
And then if you get Atreus for $30, I'll take that. I get this son for $30.
Yeah. It will probably not be worth $30, but
probably not. Yeah, I mean, but he's also a character that could come with different expressions and stuff if they put the effort in. So
Yeah.
you know.
Does the other Horizon guy come with different? No.
He only comes with 2 extra hands and a weapon. That's it.
Okay, sounds good.
So bare bones for that other guy. Also, speaking of Horizon, we're getting a Horizon Lego game.
That was today. We just found out about this, and it's a little crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very interesting. You guys
Ty's the only one out of it.
You guys aren't really into it.
No, I mean, great. We're getting a new Lego game. It's just, it's already based on another video game. Am I right?
It's a video game based off a video game.
And Lego.
Yeah.
Like, they just had a
It's
Star Wars.
interesting.
It's great, but it's not enough, I think, to save it.
Personally wonder if there's like Sony really tries to see buckling down on like the marketing stuff lately, like McFarlane and like obviously the Spin Master. Like it seems like they're really trying to like get, and like the shows and the movies and everything, they're really trying to get things going, which is interesting. Very interesting. Ty, obviously you're the only one who's played Horizon, so what are your thoughts?
I've played Horizon. I think this is going to be super cool. I hope it's not like a watered down interpretation of the Horizon gameplay. Like, make it feel like a Horizon game in Lego and like bring that world to younger fans. I think it'd be really dope.
So is Horizon more like a free roaming, like exploring game? Or what's it like?
I mean it's an action adventure open world game. So
I
all
like
these
Breath of
like
the
you've got
Wild.
these but you've got all these like robot dinosaurs and monsters and stuff that you can hunt and take down all over the world. There are like giant ones and flying ones.
I love any. I know people were like, "Oh, free roaming games are boring," and I guess it depends on like how much you're able to do when you go on a quest. That's why I think like Zelda is like a perfect example because you have so much to do when you explore around. I've heard about this franchise, but I never really dabbled more into it. It's like,
the aesthetic is the
aesthetic world
and
is amazing.
The creatures are fantastic.
I don't want to play it now after just I've been making the Lego game.
I've played through the full campaign of the first one. It was one of those games where like I didn't do a lot of the side stuff, but I was motivated to play through the entire campaign. I just haven't bought the second one yet to be able to play it. But there's a lot of games that have come out in this year and last year that I haven't gotten around to yet. So, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really dope, and I hope that they do more Lego sets because I want that Aloy minifigure. She's really cool. For sure. She's a good character. I will pay $50 for this stupid fucking Spin Master figure because I like the character.
Yes.
But moving on from that, another quick bit of news. They released the Vox Machina Season 3 intro for the season, and it looks fucking gorgeous. The animation is fantastic. There's a lot of setup and teasing for the season and for the future. And they did confirm that they're getting up to Season 5 of this show, so that's what I assumed that they would need to tell the full story, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. We should be getting more news coming up pretty soon. I think they've got a panel coming up in July. But otherwise, I think it's sometime this month, maybe.
I'm waiting till the season actually comes out to watch it, so I'm gonna be like that. But I'm the only other person here that watches it, so because Ty like forced me to watch it. It's pretty good
show.
So. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
But I believe Season 3 is supposed to come around September, October. I think.
Okay.
So.
That lines up. I was gonna say we should probably get a trailer or something soon. But...
Hopefully. Yeah, I imagine if they're doing a panel, they'll have a trailer for that probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But speaking of trailers, there was a trailer at the start of this week for a little-known movie called
Alien Romulus.
No, Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed they didn't use "Last Dance" by Donna Summers in the trailer. Instead, they just a fucking David Bowie song, which I thought was very generic. I like the Venom movies. There's an interesting relationship there. I think a lot of people will say that yeah, they're Venom movies are fun. They're dumb, and I I've grown to admire the Venom movies more because I think I hated the first movie. I still don't love it. I like don't like
Mhm.
it in so many ways. But I like the second movie because I turned off my brain for it, and I was
Mhm.
excited as shit for Carnage. He's one of my favorite comic book villains. So, and I had fun with that.
Mhm.
There
Yeah.
were some choices made with him that wasn't 100% agreed with, but when you're having an adaptation of Spider-Man villains, both of them fighting each other, not have fucking Spider-Man there, it still just drives me nuts.
Uh-huh.
But especially when you have Venom and Carnage fighting each other, it's just like, what is wrong with you? But uh, going to this one, we we recently gotten like leaks and everything, and like a plot synopsis of what this movie's gonna be about, and it's batshit insane. And the trailer kind of exemplifies that. It basically confirms so much of what's been leaked. I think most of it, to be honest with you, but it didn't obviously, thankfully, didn't show everything. But when you're dealing with Sony and the Spider-Man films, the continuity is gonna be fucked. And I can definitely say that because there's a single shot you see of I don't know the guy's name that plays Baron Mordo in the Doctor Strange films, but he's
Oh, yeah.
in the movie. I think he's there.
Edifor something.
Yeah, he's a great actor, tremendous
Chiwetel,
actor.
yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor or something like that.
Underrated,
Yeah.
underrated. He's underutilized in the Doctor
Mhm.
Strange movies.
Absolutely.
Um, uh, he's playing, I guess, one of the main villains, but being that of the jury, which was a main part of Venom Lethal Protectors, like all the guys in green armor and shit that go after the symbiotes. I like that they're finally doing it in this movie because I feel like that's what this should have been with the Life Foundation in the first one, but now they're like, oh, maybe we should do it now, which is stupid. But he's taking the symbiote that we saw, the little drip that was left as a tip at the end of No Way Home, and you see the bartender like about to touch it, and dude just picks it up. How does that make any sense? Because when that happened, Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock was in he was in the MCU, and he disappeared, went back to this dimension once the spell was restored by Doctor Strange. It was reset. So the continuity there. My solution to that is that you just don't include that scene in the movie at all because it just ruins any potential for Spider-Man 4 for Tom Holland having the symbiote appear. And it just breaks so much of like, why did you set that up in the first place? It just ruins it. It just does not make. That's my biggest frustration with the whole trailer. The rest of the trailer's fun. It's like Venom and Eddie on the run. It's cool. It's nice to see like they're finally out of like the San Francisco location because I was getting really bored of it because I want to see like you see the Venom horse and that's been like a meme lately and I actually love it. It's ridiculous. I'm expecting like a set of that maybe soon. We'll see. They've already made the X before. What's to stop them making a horse? So
Venom horse, yeah.
But I have a huge issue with the whole symbiote. The drop being picked up. That it just does not.
Here's the thing, though. For one, Venom going to the MCU broke continuity.
Yes.
Second, Vulture leaving the MCU broke continuity.
Yes.
Third, this whole thing just breaks continuity. So
it's
like you dropped your mom's vase, and instead of telling her, you threw it in the trash can, and then you threw the trash can in a wood chipper, just to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like strange. It's just getting worse and worse. But I'm like, why?
They clearly don't care.
Like I'm just what about like they had to think about filming that scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was not a single person there saying to themselves like, wait, this doesn't match up. Like it just that bothers me. It's like
It's like when in fucking,
like, well, this makes sense. I'm like, no, it doesn't. And this is coming from the same people that said that the Adam Web looked good in their first trailer. So
it is the level of shit that like it's even worse, arguably, than like the first Wolverine movie where the post-credit scene was Charles Xavier and Magneto being like, "Hey, we need to put on this yellow costume," when Charles Xavier was supposed to be dead at the time.
Are you talking about the Wolverine?
Yeah, the Wolverine.
Yeah, the second one.
Not Origins, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's that level of like continuity breaking nonsense, but arguably even worse.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's just you throw in a trailer and it's so baffling because everyone else. And I was also confused because I'm like, Eddie was at a beach resort before he got transported to the MCU. So when he's coming back, I mean, we don't see it directly, but he's somewhere. He's not on an island resort as far as we know. He's somewhere off like.
No, it looks
He
like
looks like he's
where.
in Vegas or some shit.
Yeah, it
Right.
looks like he's
Yeah,
where he got
Vegas,
teleported to.
Nevada.
Yeah.
It looks like he
it's
never left the
somewhere-
MCU, but he definitely did.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I just want to see how that movie's going to establish it. It's definitely not going to make any sense, and it's just going to be mind-boggling. And once again, kind of what I was saying about Let There Be Carnage, I just have to turn my brain off because otherwise the movie looks a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm surprisingly kind of half looking forward to it. Outside of that shot, everything else I really liked. We see a symbiote eating creature, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the name of it. It's kind of.
Xenophage or something like that.
I think it was It was like. It sounded like a kind of like some kind of medicine, like Epsidol or whatever. It's a symbiote eating. It's a Clintar eating creature. But I mean, that's kind of cool.
That was supposed to be one of the Clintar dragons or something.
Yeah.
Because I would not be surprised if Null is shoehorned as the final villain of this movie.
I'm surprised they haven't teased
toxins in this movie.
Yeah, we're gonna get
toxins
toxins
in this movie. Apparently, they're setting up the other symbiotes as well. I think they're just gonna fucking throw everything at this movie.
Oh yeah, they are.
So apparently, apparently Sony is practicing restraint for once in their lives, and this is the final Venom movie.
Well,
it's
maybe.
weird because now they're fulfilling things that they should have done the first movie that they're doing now. But I guess it makes sense for end of a trilogy. But they added elements in the first movie that were like, this does not make sense to add in yet. God, I still every time I think about that first movie, I'm like, I cannot stand thinking about Riot.
The only thing I like about that first movie is when he jumps in the tank and eats the lobster.
Dude,
everyone
turd in the wind. Venom calls Eddie a pussy. Look, I like that first movie. I like that first movie as much as Bumblebee. Like, they are equal movies to me. I haven't seen the second movie. I have no doubt that I would have a blast with that one.
I think I enjoy going back to watch Let There Be Carnage because it is just ridiculous. But the movie realizes that, and I think that's something that the first Venom takes itself a little too seriously. And I don't think personally, like everyone's like Venom's a big scary villain. He is not. He's a big dumb baby. All right, he is. He is. He's a goofball, and I'm glad that even in this movie, and even in Let There Be Carnage, they show that.
Down on that.
Shy away from it. So I'm like, all right, at least they're a little bit accurate with how that is because I don't
dancing with Mrs.
never take Venom seriously. Yeah, he goes to a nightclub and he's so sad. Yeah, but he's like a baby, which I think is just so fun. So
he loves it. He's having a good time.
And I don't know. It felt so nice just seeing movie Venom on screen again because I've just got such a big soft spot for this big fucking.
I know it's weird to think about, right? It's like we're kind of nostalgic for it now because it's been.
I've never cared for his dumb veins or anything on his body, but you know what?
That was just like a, I don't know, to say, hey, we're not doing the spider symbol, but we'll give him white veins to make you guys happy, which I guess. That's interesting.
Get like a vaguely spider symbol in this movie, though. I could see him getting something like that.
I'm really surprised that at no point they've never done a scene where they're like, we should have a logo, and then they just do as like shameless advertising, just put a bunch of logos on his chest as he changes through it.
You like the Pepsi logo?
Yeah, Pepsi logo. Do some like sports teams and stuff. Like McDonald's. Get McDonald's, and it looks suspiciously like the Venom logo.
Yeah. And then Eddie goes, that one's not bad.
That's
not bad. Write that one down.
But let's go back to the veins.
Yeah, let's stick to the veins. Now, I'm surprised we have a full Venom trilogy. That's like insane to
wild. Me. Absolutely wild.
For dark reality we're living in. Well, I'm glad Madam Bomb. I'm glad Madam
bombed
horribly. I'm glad that Morbius bombed horribly. I'm glad that
Craven's
probably going to do slightly better.
Coming out before Craven, which is weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, isn't
Craven's coming out end of the year?
Craven's coming out December.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Again, which I hope so, because
that's so
Sonic
weird
is
because
gonna fucking destroy that movie.
Yeah.
Now, Craven's the last as of right now, the last live action outside of Spider-Man Noir, that TV show.
Yeah,
like,
but otherwise it is
They
the last.
canceled El Muerta or whatever, so that's not coming out.
It is the last one we have confirmed at the moment. Yeah.
Good.
All right.
End
Yeah.
it. Bury it.
Yeah.
The
I
end
think
of an era.
Madam Web really did, make the coffin for this. So I'm surprised it took this long because like you would think Morbius did, but Sony was so they're
And
so
maybe-
confident themselves. When Morbius became a meme, they put it back out in theaters, thinking people were going to go out
And
to see
then
it.
it bombed again.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe them saying that this is the last Venom movie is like a sign that they're like, yeah, maybe we've stretched this as far as it'll go.
Maybe. Or maybe they're just gonna fly and then do more.
Let's go all out. So, and I guess the continuity still goes with it. So
Mhm.
I just that
Last
irks me.
act of this. This is gonna be like 3 movies. It's gonna be first act, he's being hunted.
Yeah.
Second act, you get all the other symbiotes. Last act, you get you get Morbius and Vulture and Kraven, and they all walk through portals
God.
as fucking Null comes down from the sky, and you get a giant battle. That's what this movie's gonna be. That's my
And
prediction
I know
right
we're
now.
only seeing like 30% of the movie in the trailer. So like Venom's gonna
yeah.
die. He's gonna
Well,
live.
there's just so much stuff.
Yeah. So I just I don't know. I think the movie's gonna be crazier than we're anticipating
We
to.
haven't even touched on the fact that there's like a Peter Parker Aunt May like
That's
subplot.
yeah,
And
that's
that-
like
part
that's
of, like,
leaks though.
the
That's,
leak.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of like the leak synopsis. And
Ridiculous. It's insane. I
don't
don't.
mind everything else going on with all the Life Foundation symbiotes, Toxin, the Jury.
Mm-hmm.
the little
Also-
Grub
Too much shit.
You should have
The-
just kept him in the MCU, because if you're going to use the Jury in the comics, they got Iron Man armor from Tony,
Yeah.
so just
Yeah.
use fucking Iron Man armor. Would have been dope.
Mm.
Wars. I thought they were using Armor Wars. I think they were in the comics, but yeah. What the hell?
Then yeah, that would have been a great tie-in to Armor Wars. You got the Jury with their big fucking green Iron Man armor, and that was really cool.
They just made them, like look like boring military guys, though. Like
Yeah,
they're
just
you know,
dudes in green jumpsuits.
Generic
and that's
ass Sony
Yeah.
Green Goblin armor.
Well, I'm excited. I think I'm gonna see it. Cause seeing the Venom movie is like tradition
In
now.
theaters, day one.
No, well,
it.
I saw the
Probably,
first.
maybe.
If we get a Venom horse figure, I'm putting Venom on it with the Necro sword. That's gonna be fucking.
Oh,
that's gonna
yeah.
be a great display.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I want a Venom horse bath. I really do.
I
really
do too. That'd be
Yeah,
super.
that'd be
That
great.
horse
We
does
just
look
got
dope.
We just got Zabu, so getting an animal
Mhm.
kind of bath is not out of the possibility anymore.
Yeah,
so
or
that's
put
fine.
absolutely.
Null on the Venom horse, you know, because he
I
just
feel like
looks
we're gonna
kind of
have to
nice.
wait. We're gonna have to wait 2 years, like we did with Carnage. You know, like they made the first movie Venom figure 2 years after the
Mhm,
first one. Now we're getting Carnage 'cause it's been 2 years. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna have to wait.
That might have something to do with the Sony like rights or something. Maybe they have to wait a bit because
Potentially, yeah. Maybe.
they can
Yeah,
do any Marvel thing for Disney.
Yeah,
like,
It's
instantly.
weird because they only do it with the Venom movies. They never made.
Yeah.
Thank Cranky they didn't make a fucking Morbius figure.
You would have bought the Morbius figure.
I
mean,
would have
Probably
too.
would've.
I think we all would have.
I probably would.
I would
I
have
feel
bought
like
it and he would have been
Venom-
sold by now. No, I would have been
Venom would be
struggling
like
to sell him by
2
now.
They would be 2 peas in a pod if I had both the movie figures together. So
Because then you could
If-
pick him up
Probably-
and throw him.
the Carnage
If they-
figure is coming out this month. I cannot wait for that. I think that's probably my most anticipated figure of the year.
It looks pretty great.
If
Oh,
they had
okay.
made figures from Madam Web, I probably would have bought some of those too.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Like
I imagine
don't
being like
like.
Eternal. I imagine looking like Eternals figures, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, they would be on pegs to this day, like in like 5 years from now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still like some of the costumes are okay.
I don't even.
And that fucking the villain, whatever his name is, I would buy him just because he looks like a goddamn
cool.
tool.
Yeah.
He looks like a wrestler. That's what he looks like.
Exactly.
He gets hit in
This
the.
This looks like a guy that got his shoes stolen by someone.
hmm He looks like the porno version of Miles Morales in his costume. That's what he looks like.
That's not nice.
I was just thinking,
Anyway,
it's CW Spider-Man.
CW, yeah, CW Miles Morales.
That whole
that's
movie
what
is
it
CW Spider-Man. That's what
It's,
that movie is.
it is the last hurrah of the CW. That movie. That
Yeah.
is absolutely.
It really is. Anywho,
So yeah, Venom.
Anyway,
Venom the
that's
Last
enough
Stand.
talking about Sony's bullshit. We got Venom coming up. I'm excited. It looks fun. I'll watch Venom 2 at some point.
Watch it.
And then we got some One Piece updates.
oh yeah.
You gonna talk about One Piece?
Yeah, sorry. I zoned out a little bit. So, we talked about season 2 a little bit. We did a little bit of speculation last week because they're filming right now. But apparently they're filming season 2 and 3 back to back, which has me very intrigued. I don't really means for the story, but that's the best way to do it for timing reasons. Like I actually like that. I hope they do that from most of the seasons going forward. If this show gets renewed for like 4 or 5, at least at the very least we know season 2 and 3 are both like they've been essentially. If they're working on season 3, it's been renewed.
Yeah, it's been greenlit. For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
We were discussing, and I mean, season 2 is probably going to end with Alabasta, right? So
I would assume
season 3 will probably end with the arc where they actually, I forget what they give Robin, and we get Gear 2, which is going to be fucking dope.
They gotta do Skypiea first, brother. They
that-
can't just jump right into
It
it.
could be the first half of the season, my guy. They could do Skypiea, and then that
It
is
could
just
be.
the season.
Yeah, it could be. I'm curious. Or they could be lame and be like, season 2 is all this, and then season 3 is all of Alabasta, which I hope they don't do, because that's too much. We don't need that much. Or you can do season 3 as half of Alabasta, or is Alabasta and Skypiea?
No,
They
I
could do
think
that.
Alabasta's second half of season 2 for sure.
They only have 8 episodes, so I don't. It's
And
curious.
Ace is introduced in Alabasta, right?
Yeah.
So we might get a casting
He's probably
announcement
gonna
for
be-
Ace pretty soon.
Yes. Yeah, we haven't heard anything yet, which has me worried.
He's gone. Anyway, we liked the One Piece show. It was pretty good.
No news.
You did you ever finish it, Ed?
No, you know what? I did want to. I think I'm on episode 6. I want to say.
6.
Yeah.
So you saw the wait. You might have seen the
don't-
best episode already.
Which episode do you consider the best episode?
Probably the Mihawk one. That one's like my favorite.
That's pretty great.
No,
I don't
hold on,
think-
guys.
But also-
just
Wait, is that when he has the duel with Zoro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
so
pretty
good.
good.
Mihawk is
I did-
just my favorite character in the show so far. The actor's perfect. No, my favorite episode was probably the one where he fights fucking Swordfish Nose Man. Because
I haven't gotten.
really dope.
That's when they were just setting that up. I mean, the setting up.
Yeah,
the
that's
first.
like the finale is when they actually
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, no, I think that's where I left off was when Zoro had that fight with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a
So-
great episode.
That was great. Yeah, I really wanted to continue watching with you guys because of any questions I had. But given that I read the first 1.5 volumes, when Braden sent me the 2 extra copies he had, at the time I was perhaps too harsh, but I don't know. I actually kind of enjoy the world because I tell my sister, I'm like, yeah, I like One Piece a little bit, but I don't know enough more about it. But I'm like, I want to give it a try. She's like, that's weird. So,
That's weird.
not good.
I sent you the manga, and you weren't too big of a fan of that.
I was telling Ty, well, I was saying because I read 1.5. Well,
You
the
got
first
to the part with Kuina talking about her boobs, and you're like, oh god.
was weird. That turned me off immediately. I was like, and I remember sending it to you. I'm like, what is this? It
What the hell?
was a flashback or whatever. It was a,
Yeah,
it was,
it was fun. They don't talk. That's not. Don't worry. That's not in the live action at all.
No, I noticed, and I'm glad.
Yeah,
It's
they
a-
cut away from. They were like,
better-
no,
already.
unnecessary.
No, I was kind of like, what the? I'm like, is this why you had me read this?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. So
I
think
don't know.
I think we're seeing Gear 2 at the end of season 3. I think they got to start hitting this shit, or they're never gonna get to the big moments that people want.
I don't know, man. There's just so much story you gotta do.
Again,
so
you got to think about how much they condensed into season 1, though. They are
They
willing to
did.
cram that shit into they're
You're
willing to squish that shit down. So
We need to see how they do season 2. Then I can be like, all right, because then I can get a grasp on like where they're going. Because they ended season 1 early, technically. So I'm curious.
and
to
I
know
could see
where
them if they get greenlit for a season 4. I could see them doing season 4 and 5 at the same time.
I hope so.
And
want
I
them to
could
keep
see
doing
them. I could see them like finding it necessary to cut down so much that they get to the time skip by the end of season 5. Because there's no way that they're gonna ever hit it if they try to cover everything. And he froze. Look at him. He looks depressed.
It's funny. Before we recorded, he was. It was like a good minute or two where there he is.
Hey, there he is.
Hey.
You find it necessary to cut down what, Ty?
I think they're gonna find it necessary to cut down to the point where we get to the time skip by the end of season 5. Because otherwise, they're gonna have so much stuff that they'll never get there. And I think they want to hit the highest highs and then cut the rest.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to
Because
see what they end up doing.
this show's not getting 10 seasons.
I hope it does.
That's for
That'd be
sure.
cool. It could. You never know.
What's the longest running Netflix show?
Netflix show. Grace and
Yeah.
Frankie is the longest running Netflix original series with 7
The hell
seasons.
What the hell's that?
7 seasons.
That's fucking-
Oh, it's those two. It's those 2 women. That's what it is. I've seen that before.
Braden's favorite Netflix show.
It's modern day
women.
Golden Girls. That's what it is.
Okay, pretty much. Okay.
I'll just watch
Alright.
goddamn Golden Girls then.
Yeah.
Anyway, in other One Piece news, before this guy freezes again, this will warm you up. Segue, speak, go, talk, do it.
I thought you were just gonna say it. SH Figure Arts, Tamashi Nations has revealed. Sorry, hold on. Yeah. Tamashi Nations has revealed their new SH Figure. Well, actually, no, they didn't just reveal it. We saw the prototype for the SH Figure Arts Fire Fist Ace a while back. It was a little uncertain where we were at with that. We didn't really know what was happening. There was some sort of competition or some sort of weird voting thing that they were doing on their site, but only for Japan. So I genuinely have no idea what this information is. But we've seen the actual figure. The pre-orders have gone up. It's happening. It's real.
It's real.
And it might just be the best figure in the line so far. Yeah, that's Ace. No, genuinely might be the best figure in the line, just based on this. There he is, little angry fireman. Yeah.
No, it's like me.
He does look exactly verbatim like Aiden.
Luffy's father for a second.
It is Luffy's father, yeah.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not.
No,
Oh.
his brother.
Oh.
Yeah. Fan favorite character. I mean, again, this figure looks so good. He comes with basically every accessory that you'd want, except for a few like gag accessories that they would never include. What's Ty showing?
You can see it on the screen. So
Okay, sounds good.
it's called
Basically, like I
magic
said, basically everything that he could come with. Pretty good price too, 95 USD. Not bad at all. Seems pretty fair, honestly, for what he comes with. He comes with a cloth goods cape, or shirt, like jacket. He comes with a scarf, like tons of faces, an alternate Luffy face, which might be my favorite Luffy face, honestly. They just nailed the charm of the character so well. Fire effects, I mean, yeah, he comes with basically everything. His knees, unlike Luffy, he doesn't have like a fold to the new Luffy's where they have the folds that bend up to allow more movement. So I'm curious about that. His knee does hang a little bit lower, so I don't think articulation is going to be too bad, but that is something to keep in mind that I haven't thought about.
He has double jointed knees, right?
He does. Wait, no, Luffy has singles.
Yeah.
But Ace has double jointed. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
he should be
his knee
fine.
joints, they come below, and his pants aren't as baggy. They're
Yeah,
a lot
that's
more-
true.
the
So
cuffs are a lot
we
tighter,
should be okay, but if there is any issue with articulation, it's probably going to be there. But other than that, like based on the photos and stuff, he looks incredible. So I pre-ordered 2 already. I'm in. You know, I I'm doing as I pre-ordered a second one for a custom. That's pretty obvious, but also pretty mean. So, but yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Hopefully, he's as good as he looks in the photos. Cause goddamn.
Yeah, looks great. I want to get him because he looks dope.
Mm-hmm. You didn't order him at all?
No, not yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Moving on, there are some developments from Jada in the action figure
Jada
world.
Toys. What are they
Jada
up to,
Toys,
Ty?
you know them, you love them. They're making
You hate
Street
'em?
Fighter. They're making Mega Man, my favorite. And they are doing Cyberpunk Edge Runners. The figures were spoken about recently in an interview with June. He showed off, what's his name? The main guy? I never watched Edge Runners. David and like Lucy
Martinez.
or something.
That's who it is.
What the hell's
Like-
his name?
I
Yeah.
didn't watch Edge Runners.
David and Lucy, yeah.
I didn't watch
Oh,
Edgers, okay?
Yeah. None of us have seen it, so
No.
we're
David
we're
and
all-
Lucy, yeah. David
Yeah.
David looks cool. He's got cloth pants. He's got a cloth jacket. He's like jacked. He's like $50
designed by
though.
Rebel
Speaking of $50 figures,
Customs.
David's $50.
Yeah.
David.
So Lucy will
Damn
probably
it,
be like
David.
40 or 30, which would be interesting if they're the same price as the Spin
I think
Master
she's 30.
figures.
I think they said she's. They said she's 30. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, that's interesting that they're the exact same prices as Spin Master figures. But these ones come with soft
Yeah.
goods, so there's a big gap in terms of the quality of the figures. Just saying. So yeah, it's exciting. And then they announced that for Mega Man, Wave 3 is in tooling right now, so we should see pre-orders. All goes well, we should see pre-orders by the end of the year, and they should release sometime next year. And we might, he said might, see Wave 4 at San Diego Comic-Con. So hopefully, please, I want to see that wave so bad. But that is all for that. Moving on, it is Yojo January or whatever the hell. June. It's not
January.
We're
June.
not in. Yeah, we're
Yojo
not in January
June.
at all.
Yojo
Yojo
June.
Yeah. Yojo June.
So they had a stream where they showed off way too many action figures. The G.I. Joe line holds nothing back. This line is unhinged.
You should say that Aiden and I don't collect G.I. Joe.
Nope.
Well,
You guys
right.
don't- I don't collect them. My dad
Yeah.
collects them. He even has the HasLab.
Yeah.
He's
I've
got both
Sergeant
HasLabs.
Slaughter.
Technically.
It's Tank. Yeah.
I love Sergeant Slaughter. I have him.
I want to get him as
They're
well.
great. I mean, it's one of those lines where like you want to collect it, but you just don't have the money for it. It's like it's
I already
it's too
spent
much.
enough.
You have,
Like they look
Yeah.
great, but if I had a connection to them, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
all bets are off.
I pick up
At least-
like the
yeah.
I pick up the figures that like appeal to me the most, but otherwise I don't
Mhm.
collect them.
Got it.
But they showed off the next full wave of mainline figures, which is a new Storm Shadow and 2 recolored Cobra guys and Mr. Alpine. Looks really good. Alpine's head seems kind of big, but otherwise everybody else
I
looks
have to look through all these
solid.
damn things.
You got a weird, sporty Storm Shadow, so I don't know. He feels kind of ultra modern, almost. It's interesting. Even down to having like the digital camo rather than like regular camo, but I don't know. It's cool. They did 2 digital reveals. I don't know the characters' names. I'm not a huge G.I. Joe fan, but they look really dope. Then they did the retro wave of 3 figures with retro Cobra Commander with a nice chrome visor. Looks great. I think his name is Stinger, the guy with the green outfit. And then a retro Cobra Trooper, which is really cool. And then there's a 2-pack of, I think it's Spirit, and I don't know what the white guy's name is. And then a recolor
Oh, yeah.
of Sergeant Slaughter in the blue tank top. He looks great. And then a recolor of the Jeep with a recolor of a Cobra Trooper. Because fuck. It's just a lot.
Lots of recolors.
A lot of recolors. I mean, look. The Jeep looks kind of cool. I really like the Cobra Trooper in the white. That looks really dope.
It does. I'll mention that Spirit comes with, I think his name is Freedom, the eagle. But he's got wings with ball joints, which is really cool. Swappable wings.
He's also... I think he was a bald eagle last time. I think this is a different bird.
Oh, is he a different bird now? Oh, weird.
Is that a hawk?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it is a different. Maybe it's a different character then, or maybe different bird then.
Yeah, I think it's a different sculpt maybe, but I feel like it was a bald eagle. Let me check.
It definitely was a bald eagle before, for sure.
Classified
Spirit. I think it was Freedom before.
Yes, it was a bald eagle. So yeah, this is a totally different bird.
Interesting. I wonder if it's supposed to be a different bird, or if it's the same character. I don't know.
I mean, it has to be a different character because it's a whole ass different kind of bird. Well, it's a different creature entirely.
Maybe the bird has been reinterpreted throughout the years. I don't know G.I. Joe. I have no idea.
Except that's just a recolor of Spirit. It's not a different Spirit.
Fair.
It's just in different clothes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, it's really cool. So, I mean, most enticing reason to get to that 2-pack is a different kind of bird.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, everything looks fantastic. I'm definitely getting a Retro Cobra Commander. I do kind of want that Jeep, but that's going to be expensive. I'm not sure. But
it's crammed packed with great detail and everything. Because I saw part of when they revealed it initially before, and it's awesome. Like I would love to get it.
I mean, you could fudge it as a warthog.
No, you can't.
Well, no, like it's
way too
like
small.
I would get it for Avengers Collection or like MCU, like just a military vehicle, and then have like I don't know, people blowing it up or beating the shit out of army guys.
Yeah, but for like a warthog, it's way too small for
like Wolverine fighting those guys.
Yeah,
I think that'd be sick.
Just fighting some soldier types. Yeah, great.
I just thought, why have we not got TVA agent like at all? Like this is standard army builder.
Yeah, just.
I wonder if we're gonna get that soon.
I could easily see that happening in the next wave of Deadpool movie figures.
Dude, I'll definitely buy a few of the Minutemen. That'd be.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Braden. That's probably the worst face yet.
There was 3 Black Series reveals. They are all pretty much the same thing. Just a couple of Mandos from Mando's cult. I don't know, the extremists, the sect. I don't know what you call them.
Yeah. What do you call it?
The
gang?
mixed match, huh?
Oh, you're back finally.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah.
What are they called? The Creche or something? The gang?
Yeah, his crash. His crash.
His Creche. He said clan or something. I'm pretty sure.
Whatever.
Who cares? They're random. They're random Mandos. They're random Mandos. Yeah, that's all that matters.
They're kind of cool, I guess. They all have blue helmets. So,
I don't
know, mix it up a little bit. Give us some red. Give us some green.
Give us some green. Give us some red. Give us some orange. Have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean they've got orange and green on them. It's just change their helmets, make them unique.
Yeah, it's a little lame, but
I mean, yeah, it's fine. If you want more Mandos for your Mando display, got more Mandos. So.
There you go.
No, don't need them. But I think it's kind of sad because, I mean, look, great for the people that love all the Mandos. It's just, I don't know. It's like Black Series, that's all they're doing now. Just for getting shit.
Just these dudes. Mandos and Mandos and Mandos.
I do need to get the new Mando, but I want them to do, like, I think in my head, like, we need a new Bosk. We need other bounty hunters. Like, I want more of those type figures, Yeah.
Yeah,
cool for all.
I've got 8 Mandalorians over here. I don't really know if I need any more. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You don't need 30 more Mandos on your display.
Yeah,
at all.
no about that.
I can't push high on that because I have fucking 60 Spider-Man and I don't think I have enough. So
Well,
It's fair. But that's all the same
Spider-Verse,
character as well. I have 3 of this asshole. This silver bat, this chrome little condom
I have
man.
every single Boba Fett figure they made for the Black Series.
I'm
Yes,
still just
they-
waiting for the red boot one, and then I'll buy that one from the Boba Fett show.
Yeah, they haven't made that, but you know
I'm
they
surprised
did.
they haven't made that one yet.
Yeah, I got all 3 Cad Banes, which are 4. Sorry, yeah, I have all 4. Yeah, because the one that pack is different from the one in the single release.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I cancel my pre-order? No, I didn't. Do I have the one? I do prefer the one in the single release with his face because he's like,
I gave mine to Ty. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of adore him.
I think I know a way to leave little Boba Fett out.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Out.
So I don't know, man. You know, I've even got a custom Mando on the shelf. I've got his purple and yellow.
I'm gonna go to your house to steal Mando because I still have the first release. I want to get the
this guy.
ring world one, but I don't.
Oh, that guy's cool.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah.
See, there should be more guys like that. 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like.
Cohesive. He's got a color scheme. He's got a
They should just
vision.
make why don't they just make a Black Series figure where you change out the colors and the armor plates are different armors like an
Oh, that'd be cool. Like a
That's
random
Or-
Mando pack.
way out of their ball game.
Take a page out of McFarlane's book and release a Mandalorian, but have the undersuit be painted, but no paint on the armor. So use like white armor plating.
That would be cool.
So that you can make your own Mando.
They are gonna do that. It's gonna be called the concept art.
It's gonna be the
line or
armory
something.
collection or something.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see the scene.
You can have that one for free, Hasbro.
Commandos, but like not just
Nope.
Mandalorian. It's just Mandalorians in general. It's like we've got so many of like Night Owls.
So many.
You know.
Oh god, yeah.
Just
There's
everyone. I'm like,
so
holy
many.
shit. Yeah.
Night Owls. We've got Death Watch. We've got Django. We've got
Yeah.
the Mandalorians that in the Clone Wars that Obi-Wan mistook for Django. We've got the Mandalorians. We've got all kinds. All the Mandos you could possibly ask for.
I do want the new Phase 2. Oh no, Phase 1. Phase 1 Trooper. They just
they're doing a new Phase 1.
Yeah, I mean they just did Phase 2, but I would love to get the I love Phase 2, but Phase 1's like all the way.
I've always preferred the helmet for Phase 1. I don't know. I like the shark fin.
I think the fin's so much better to me.
I know it's less of like what a stormtrooper helmet is, so I get why it looks different, but I've always liked that little shark fin.
Well, it is. I mean, it's
And
more akin
action
to like
sounds
a
great.
Mandalorian
I still love it. I love the new figure because now I can actually go out and buy it, and it's not like an outrageous price online. You know, so
Yeah.
I want to get the battle droid, like what Ty got, the battle droid and trooper pack. But do I want the Phase 2 helmet? Because I have my Captain Fordo, and I want him to have like a trooper with him. So and he has the Phase 1 helmet.
Yeah, I still got to get another clone so I can make you.
Oh my god!
What's his name? Check 14. I still have the helmet for that.
Oh my god! When you showed me that, I was like, that helmet is awesome. And then we were gonna do what, the Iceman arm from
Yeah.
Age of yeah, it's gonna be amazing whenever you get the chance.
Still gotta do
Yeah.
All right, wrapping up. Speaking of Star Wars, since we're on a bit of a Star Wars kick, there's a new Star Wars show that released. It's kind of a big deal, even though apparently nobody's watching it.
I'm sorry, I have
And
to
the people
watch.
who are watching it are just crying about it.
Hi, can
It's-
you answer us one thing before you start talking about
What?
the show? Did Anakin kill the Death Star?
Oh,
Anakin did kill the Death Star. Justice for the Stormtroopers who all died on the Death Star from Anakin. That
Anakin
fucking
murdered
bastard.
that Death Star. He put it in his place. Anyways,
He
go
blew them
on.
all up.
What do
All
you...
their families are husbandless now.
They're all going home to widows.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Acolyte?
It's pretty good. It's not
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
People are really mad, and it's the same people who were really mad about Reva. It's the people who are just either
Star Wars
sexist or
fans hate
racist.
Star Wars. Star Wars fans hate Star Wars.
They don't like Star Wars. It's simple as that.
Like
People are mad about a fire being in space. Guess what? Ever since the very first Star Wars, there have been non-scientifically accurate explosions in space from the very beginning with all sorts of fire
sound and space. You
and
can't
sound.
hear. Yeah,
Clone Wars, people fucking are
fucking
in
Star
space,
Wars.
jumping around on spaceships, being like, "Hey, what's up?" Witty commentary. Oh, lightsaber. Star Wars has never been scientifically accurate. It's not science fiction. It's space fantasy. Get over it.
Always has been. Always will be.
Mm-hmm.
Since the beginning.
There's campfire in space. Shut the hell up. It's so stupid. Anyway, I like this show a lot. It feels like watching an alternate reality where Anakin didn't ruin the Jedi Order and the Jedi just got to be hanging out. It feels like, I don't know, it's cool. It just feels really nice being able to watch Jedis like do the Jedi thing. Just in their prime, like, you know, hanging out, being cool, being in charge.
Did you ever read the High Republic books at all, or any one of them?
No, I have a couple of them on Audible, but I haven't gotten through them yet.
Okay. The first one, Light of the Jedi, best Star Wars book I ever read. Absolutely incredible. And it's like a perfect start to all of it. But I got 3 books in to like the main, like they always had like different mixed media. That's what the whole advertisement was of it. But it just became too much to keep up on. Mm-hmm. So I kind of fell off. But for where it was great. It really was. So I really enjoyed it. And I would love to get back into it. I'm wondering if it's going to convince me after watching this show again, or watching this show.
So this show is set 100 years after the events of the the High Republic Initiative.
Okay.
But 100 years before the Phantom Menace. So it's kind of right in the middle. There is a character from the books that is in this show. Green skin Jedi lady. I don't remember what her name is. She has a purple lightsaber that turns into a whip.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's bald now, which is unfortunate. You know, she looked better with hair, is from what I've seen in the art. Look at that little goblin. But apparently, we're gonna see the whip in action at some point, which is gonna be dope because that's we've never gotten to see that on screen, and I cannot wait for all the assholes to cry about laser whip in Star Wars. Be like, this isn't what George Lucas wanted. When there's like a laser whip in season 1 of Clone Wars, so get over it. And it's been in Legends for forever, so stop crying, please.
And it's a cool visual, anyways.
You don't like Star Wars. Something tells me you just don't like Star Wars, so just go away.
Let's go.
Just
Star Wars fans don't like Star Wars.
First 2 episodes, just a brief synopsis. First episode, there's a Jedi who's murdered. There's like a brief investigation. You learn, and it's very obvious in all the marketing. The main character has a twin who is the one actually committing the murders. So there's a bit of that dynamic going on. You got this Star Wars trope of one twin is on the light side, one twin is on the dark side. I've seen it a dozen times. It's cool. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And then, so the bigger mystery is who's the Sith? Who's the master, you know? That's the actual mystery of the show. And not who the killer is. So, it's exciting. We get to hear a little bit of the Sith Master so far. Sounds really cool. He's got a dope-ass design. I hope he doesn't suck. I hope he's an actual formidable villain. And I kind of hope he doesn't die, because that would be lame. But he probably will, because he's a bad guy.
In his old age.
Yeah, the show's definitely not what we originally thought it was going to be, where it was like, you're following the Sith as the protagonists in the High Republic era where they're like undercover, because I think that was kind of the original pitch. You're mostly following Jedi characters, but it's cool. You're getting to see them in their prime. They're getting to do stuff, so I like it a lot. And apparently the Jedi leader character that you're following, the actor, learned English in 4 months, and his performance is fantastic, and he's a huge Star Wars fan, so
Wow.
good show. I like it. Hopefully it gets better and people shut the hell up.
I'll watch it if it's good. If it's not, then I'll move on. I'll move right on by.
It was good though.
If it's good, I'll
I
check
don't
it
know.
out.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess if the remainder of the series,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how many
Holds up.
episodes it's going to be.
it's not gonna be like
How it is. I just find it hard to get.
What are you saying? You found hard what? You froze again? Yeah, he did.
for what?
He froze again. Loser.
No. Look at that smile.
Well, that's everything. That's all we got.
That's all,
busy
folks.
week.
We did it.
He plowed through all of that news.
Yeah. We sure
Yeah.
hunkered down.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. We did good here.
We did. We knocked it out. That's the most jam-packed week we've had so far.
Yeah.
What about Sonic?
Oh, that's right. Well, you froze, so...
That's why I was waiting to come back to see. I thought you were gonna still be talking about the show when I came back.
No, you froze.
All right.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Sonic news. Sonic X Shadow Generations got one final trailer. I don't know if it's a final trailer, but a new trailer where they announced if you pre-order, you can get a Sonic Adventure retro skin for Sonic, and you can get a bonus skin for Shadow the Hedgehog, which is his original concept character design called Terios the Hedgehog. Looks fucking ridiculous. But it's really cool that you got Feels the Rabbit in Sonic Superstars, and now we got Terios in Sonic X Shadow. So,
Dude, it's
they're really embracing their past.
It's the fucking epitome of like DeviantArt Sonic shit. Like it feels, but like before DeviantArt, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it.
Originally, Shadow was just gonna be a recolor of Sonic and more edgy.
So it's he's got like a big scar on it. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's got a scar. He's got a blinded eye. He's got like gold bracelets with like studs, and he's got a little scarf.
He's so cool. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm really excited for this game. They keep throwing skins in games, and I'm very curious about that. But this is Sonic Generations, but with the new stuff. So it's my favorite Sonic game. So.
Makes me more excited for the next mainline Sonic game, because I hope we get good skins in that.
Sonic Frontiers 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new frontier. But I guess that does it for today's episode of the All Things Geek podcast.
Less stuff than we thought, honestly.
No, it was a lot. We just blew through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did good. You guys did good. I mean, I talked a little bit here and there, but you know.
We love you. You're beautiful.
We love you, baby.
Hey, look, I got to talk about Venom. I got to talk about, I don't know.
Yeah.
Got to talk about One Piece. Got to talk about G.I. Joe and all sorts of things. So.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us. Hopefully we can have Aiden back sometime soon. And
I hope so. My schedule allows it. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me on once again. I look forward to the next occasion.
And hopefully we can have some more news next week, and not have a boring week. So,
yes, sir.
Goodbye.